Dylan from Happy Lucky's Teahouse and Dylan from Rally King Brewing. And
How's it going?
so, what are we tasting here today, Dylan?
Well, we have a black tea and lemon sour, imperial sour that we just
Cool.
brewed. We used your guys's Ceylon black tea.
Yep, this guy right here.
Yep. And it's a kettle sour. That's our first time doing an imperial sour, 9.3%. So it's up there for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
It was super fun, super cool project to do, and it turned out really well.
Nice. So what is an imperial sour? Is that just higher ABV?
Yeah, so when you see imperial on a type of beer, generally that just means higher ABV.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then, yeah, so this is a small batch, right? Just like 140 something gallons?
Yeah, well, we did a whole batch of it. We have a 7-barrel system. So
Okay.
we yield about 6-ish barrels out of that. A barrel being 31 gallons. So
Okay, sweet. Yeah,
math on
good.
that.
Well, it's too early for math. Okay, awesome. And then this was released this last Friday, right?
Correct. We released it last Friday as part of our Sour Friday program.
Okay.
We released a new small batch sour every Friday. This one's a little bigger batch, but still gave it the Friday release. Yeah, we always do a new sour every Friday. You can pick up in the tap room. And we've got cans of everything now too, so another way to enjoy the beer.
Yeah, definitely. And then just for our viewers, a little info on this tea. So it's our Ceylon Vithankanda Estate EFLLOP, which means extra fancy long leaf orange pecco, or tasty big leaf really is how that translates. And do you have some brewed up of that already?
I do.
Sweet. So let's do a little bit of tasting of that because I've got some too.
Sweet.
I just love this tea because it's nice. It's a little sweet with sugarcane and tobacco, and I feel like it probably infused into this beer really well, but I want to taste that as well if you're up for it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really like this tea too. It's super easy drinking, and it's just really refreshing and nice.
Yeah, definitely. I love it in the summer too when it's iced with a little bit of sugar. It's just so delicious.
Okay.
I've always wanted to have a beer or kombucha with that in it. But yeah, and then so this beer is meant to replicate in Arnold Palmer?
Correct.
Okay, awesome. And I'm going to be super unclassy and just drink straight from the can because
And
ran out of teaware.
no worries. Yeah, so on the nose, you get a lot of heavy citrus. The lemon still strong there on the nose.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then as you take a drink, cheers.
Cheers. There's no way that's 9.3. That's too smooth.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you get it's not overly sour. It's got just like perfect amount of tartness. The lemon has just a slight sharpness to it, but the tea really balances out.
Definitely.
Balances out the sourness. It's overall really drinkable. It's super refreshing. Actually, the more it kind of warms up, the more tea flavor you kind of get too.
Yeah, and I've had that with a couple other beers that we've done. Like we had with another brewery a Kooky Cha IPA, which is this twiggy green tea. And I loved that when the beer was actually just like lukewarm room temperature because you got so much of the tea in that. And it just, really came out. You got that astringency really well.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you guys get the lemon flavor in that?
We actually use a lemon puree.
Okay, nice.
For the process, yeah, it's the easiest and honestly the best way we've found to do that is just infusing that way.
Okay, cool.
It sits on the beer for a while and then just infuses really nice.
Nice. And then for the tea, did you guys brew it up like in the mash or whatever? Or did you add in brewed tea separately, or how did that get into the system?
Yeah, so we put it in mesh bags, and those get thrown into the fermenter after the beer is already fermented. So the beer finished out, and the tea was a secondary add. So we basically cold brew tea.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and I'm just loving going back and forth between these two because for each one, I feel like when I drink the tea, then the beer, I get so many more flavors out of the beer and vice versa too. Like,
Definitely.
this is just a phenomenal brew.
Yeah,
But
thank you.
yeah,
The way we did it, you probably get a little bit of a caffeine kick from it too.
I need that all the time. Well, cool. And then is this just going to be available until it runs out, or are you guys planning to do a bigger run of this, or what you thinking?
So for right now, we're seeing how it goes, and the reception's been pretty good so far. So it's likely we'll be doing this again, and
Cool.
if anything, at least making it a summer seasonal. It's
Yeah,
definitely a summery beer. So yeah,
definitely. It's great for a day like today. It's beautiful outside. I'm jealous that you're sitting out.
it is super nice out.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, thanks for tasting this with me, man. And thanks
Of
for
course, thank you
collaborating
guys.
with us. Like,
Yeah,
this has been such a great time. And I know that all of the leafsters here just absolutely love the beer.
well, that's awesome. We appreciate it. It's a super collab, so we'll have to be doing it again.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, cheers, man.